My co-founders and I founded RedEarth in 2013, and we called the company RedEarth because of all the red dirt out there in the middle of Australia where we felt we could bring electricity. So from those early days, we made what might be considered hardware, and we were able to provide electricity where it isn't. Since 2013, things have changed. The technological advance in pretty well every area of our life has taken on and is rapid growth and is getting more rapid. All the while, the energy that we use to feed the technology is stuck in last century. And the founders and I, when we founded RedEarth, we felt that electricity would become an asset that people could generate and use for their own advantage, and that it would fuel the technological innovations that we see. So whether it's mobile phones, fast computing, satellite, internet, all of these innovations all rely on electricity. So in the years since we founded the company, we've experienced a large technical change, whether it's in our industry or in other people's industry. We've developed our systems, we've put a lot of money into R&D, and now we're at a place where there are thousands of customers in the field with our systems who are benefiting every day. They can make their own clean green power without external intervention. They can charge their electric vehicles, and they can even sell their excess power to their own advantage. So our goal is to make customers excess money every single day. If the sun comes up, the customers make money. So in the years since our foundation, with all of this great external technological change, as well as our own innovations, we've got to the point where we're able to offer customers, whether they're businesses or residences, the ability to make, generate, and monetize their own power. We call it the private power plant. Our vision is for every home and business to have its own private power plant. In doing that, the businesses and the residences will enrich themselves, they'll rid themselves of electricity bills, and they'll make themselves money. In addition, they'll be able to power other people who don't have renewable systems, and in doing that, we'll seamlessly transition Australia to renewable energy. So a private power plant, while it enriches the customer, also has these other benefits like reducing emissions and transitioning to renewables. So everything you'll see today is orientated towards saving the customers money, making them money, and as a happy side effect of transitioning to renewables in Australia. Very important when you think of the adoption of electric vehicles and other electrical things that are coming our way. I'm here with Matt McKee. Matt, what do you do at RedEarth?
I'm Chief Digital Officer here at RedEarth, and I'm involved with everything involving our PPP. So I've helped design and implement all the different products and services that help our customers maximize the value from their RedEarth battery systems.
And so if a customer's watching this, why do they care about what you do?
Because ultimately, the PPP, the private power plant, is the way for customers to maximize the return on their investment. So they spend a lot of money in buying our systems, and what we want to do is make sure that they get the returns that they expect in these sorts of investments. One of the services we provide is energy trading here at RedEarth, and that allows customers to access the wholesale electricity price, which when the price is low in the middle of the day because the sun's shining, everything's looking really good, their systems are filling up their battery, and they can even buy electricity when prices are extremely low. Then in the evening, when everyone gets home from work, turns on aircon, turns on the oven, prices spike up, and our customers are actually able to actively trade into that market and then therefore get more money than the standard feed-in tariffs that most solar companies provide.
So what you're saying is if customers have solar, it's something, but what you're in charge of makes something else for them?
That's it, yeah. Most people see solar, in many cases, a battery as just a way to save money. We think that a battery and solar gives customers the opportunity to actually make money and not just save it. So doing things like energy trading allows them to actually make financial value, whereas things like electric vehicle charging, also linked to wholesale prices, actually allows them to supercharge their savings.
So if I had an electric vehicle and I plugged it into my private power plant, what would be my benefits there?
So your benefits would be significantly reduced fuel costs for your car. So right now, as an example, when prices are low right now, that's the equivalent of about 30 cents per liter of petrol. So right now, where prices are about $1.60 to $2, you could be looking at petrol prices of about 1/6 that.
Right, so in effect, you're saving roughly $1.50 Just by charging your electric vehicle?
Just by charging your electric vehicle,
On a RedEarth
absolutely.
system, right. And are there any other things that we can do to help customers with a private power plant now or in the future?
Basically, we are constantly looking to innovate, constantly looking to develop new products and services that allow us to continue to maximize the value of our.
So if you're a customer and you've invested in a system and we've invested in the technology, you're not just looking forward to saving money on your electricity bill, is that right?
Exactly right. We see electricity as an asset, and the goal of the private power plant is to allow customers to maximize the value of that asset or of that commodity. So ultimately, they are making a large investment with us and in our systems, and what we're looking to do is minimize that repayment period, maximize the overall value and the daily value they're receiving every single day.
But what about if things change in the future? Like, would they be able to take advantage of those changes?
Absolutely. One of the big benefits of the RedEarth private power plant is that many of our systems are future-proof. So the goal is that those systems, currently, they're expandable by modular batteries, but also thinking through what sort of products and services can be used and implemented with them is always a critical element that we're looking to address.
And so when you talk about electricity trading, customers don't really know what that is. There isn't a price for electricity. You don't have a bucket of it. How do we overcome those issues, and what can a customer expect?
So our customers, they should expect a simple system. Right now, all you do is toggle on and say, turn on energy trading. Behind or underneath the hood of that car, or I guess bonnet here in Australia, underneath the bonnet, what you have is we've got what we believe is Australia's most advanced energy trading algorithm. So it's currently version 3.0 that we're working on, and that system looks at everything like future prices, state of battery charge, how much battery you need to make it through the night so you maintain your energy independence, and it makes trading decisions on our customers' behalf. So it seems complex. It is very complex underneath the bonnet, but the goal is for our customers it should be seamless and just press a button to turn it on.
And so when a customer is looking at their app or their computer screen, do they see a price or do they have to make decisions to buy and sell, or do you do that for them?
We do that for them, so they do obviously see the price, so they can see that the system is working on their behalf and doing what they want it to do, but there's no requirement for active involvement. We've had dozens, if not hundreds, of customer conversations as we've been developing our trading product. And ultimately, what we find is while customers are interested in seeing what's happening, they do not want to be involved in the day-to-day trading decisions. So most of them want to turn it on, set it, and forget it. Just make sure that it's happening.
And then if you think about electricity as a share price, what's the difference, say, between the lowest price during the day and the highest price during the day? Is it much?
It's huge. It's absolutely huge. If we talk about, a kilowatt hour as a unit of electricity, what we see is prices can go many days. They go from near zero to many times, especially in the summer, for instance, here in Queensland, almost daily prices go above $1, maybe in many cases up to $18 per kilowatt hour. So being able to buy at the midday at very low prices or near zero prices, sometimes they even go negative, and then sell it at $18, that's almost like a daily arbitrage opportunity.
And does that mean I can fill my car for free?
Yes, absolutely. Sometimes. And in fact, what we're seeing is as more renewables come in the middle of the day, prices are increasingly going negative. And so we actually have people who can be paid to fill up their cars.
Do you know what's happening right now, today?
Yeah, so right now it's about midday. So what we see is the sun is shining. It's a beautiful day here in Queensland, like every day. And prices are extremely low. So we have more or less the lowest price point in the market happening right now.
So where are we now?
So we're here at this red line. So it's just before 12 o'clock, and you see prices are about at the low point for the day.
And what would they be? 15 cents or something?
About 15 cents per kilowatt hour. What's going to happen is this afternoon, when everyone gets home, those prices are expected to increase to about 45 cents to buy, but customers can make over 30 cents to sell their electricity back into the grid. And with standard feed-in tariffs being about 5 cents per kilowatt hour right now, that's 6 times what the average sales prices are for those electricity.
So that's an interesting point. So if any customers have just got solar, can they do this?
No, they can access the wholesale price, but what we tend to find is customers who just have solar are unable to actually, save money because they still have to buy after that sun goes down.
So they can't put it anywhere.
So they can't.
For later.
Exactly right. So really being able to benefit from and get the financial returns on your investment, it does require of wholesale trading. It does require a battery purchase.
Right. Okay, so if I'm a customer and I bought a system, I've invested in a system, I bought it off a local solar guy, what happens then, Matt? Because solar doesn't have a great reputation.
Absolutely. We've invested a lot of time and resources into simplifying the entire customer process, so the customer onboarding process. So all of our systems, basically, they come out of the box. So when they are installed, all a customer has to do is download the RedEarth EMU app. And
what does EMU stand for?
Energy Monetization Unit.
Okay.
And it helps customers. That is the pathway for customers to maximize the value of their battery system. And that system...
And does that work with a drop bear or a honey badger?
It absolutely works with every single system, with the exception of Black Maxes, but it can work with Black Max if customers get actual additional monitoring hardware included.
Yeah, understood. Okay.
And so we've spent a lot of time and resources to make that simple. A lot of our customers have told us consistently they want something that is easy to set up and run. And so we've developed an app that they just sign up, create an account, scan a code on their system, and it sets it up automatically. And so from the day it's installed, they can see where things are going. Beyond that, we've spent a lot of time and resources developing what we call our remote operations center. So we've got a team fully dedicated to monitoring customer systems and watching and making sure that they're operating as expected. So those people provide ongoing support to customers with questions. And we even have the Optimum service, which allows and provides customized feedback to customers on how to maximize their value. So lots of times we identify, hey, there's maybe some errant electricity usage at night. You may want to look into that. And we tell them how to best maximize the value of their systems.
So all this is really simple then?
It's very simple from the customer perspective, because once again, that is what our customers are telling us. They say, we want simple, we want something to just work. But underneath that, we've invested a lot of resources on the overall technology stack. So from the batteries, the communications devices, the infrastructure, and the overall processes and workflows that we've developed internally to help manage that process. The trick is in hiding that complexity from the customers, so the customers just get a seamless experience from start to finish.
Okay, so if everyone in Australia has one of these, is that a problem? Does that disrupt the grid? What does it mean for Australia?
No, we believe that will make the grid stronger, more secure, and more reliable. So one of the cool things we can see is we can see all our current online systems, what they're producing and what's happening. And one of the things we identified is it's really fun watching those systems when there are times of grid instability, when there are times where the grid needs help because prices are higher. Right. We can see a lot of our systems discharging into the grid solely to both maximize the customer's financial value, but also help stabilize those grids in those times of high demand. Right. So we watch all these systems, and you can see they're having a tangible impact on the grid, which is always cool to see.
So if the grid needs help, the price goes up, our customers sell into the price, they make a bit of money and help the grid.
That's exactly how it works, yeah. Right. And when we start as we keep adding more and more systems every single day, the impact that the RedEarth network of customers can have is greater and greater every single day. And that's really fun to see.
Does that mess up power stations and all that sort of thing?
Absolutely not. We actually feel that in many cases, it reduces the load on power stations, reduces the overall price in the market for all the customers, and just adds to overall grid stability.
So if a lot of people have a private power plant, it increases stability, makes them a bit of money, and it introduces renewables to the grid.
That's correct.
All right, thanks very much, Matt. That all looks very easy to do, and deploying investors' capital is a simple task.
Super easy. The goal is that it's easy for the customers and that there is a lot of infrastructure and resources underneath it that make that seamless for the customers. So,
great. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Charlie.